Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here, and today I'll be showing you how to create my new union bracelet. This here is my own original design, and it was created on the monster tail, and that is what the tutorial will be on today as well. However, you can do it on the Rainbow Loom. It just is a little bit awkward and hard to loop the bands. So definitely recommend using your monster tail. To make this really cool bracelet, you would need approximately 110 bands. And let's go ahead and get started. To make this bracelet, you will want to have your monster tail loom, one C-clip, and your hook. You will also want to have 4 different band colors, unless you want to use the same color. For this bracelet, I think 4 different colors definitely makes it easier. But you also need a piece of paper and a pen, because I do have some notes that I want you to jot down very quickly to help make this bracelet. Each number over here on the left side represents one of your bands. So for example, number 1 will always be my black, and it will always be laid that way, and it will always be the inverted stitch on both sides of the pins. Number 2 will always be my green, which will always go forward, and it will always have the regular stitch on both sides of the pins. 3A will be my white color band, and 3A will always be the inverted stitch, but 3B, which is still my white band, will only have this single stitch. And then number 4, which will be my pink, will be the A will get the regular stitch every time, but B and C will be the inverted stitch. So I just wanted to show you this diagram. You can certainly pause it. I would just recommend jotting down 1, 2, 3, and 4 as far as the numbers, and writing down which stitch you should be doing, so that when I do go off camera, if you forget which stitch it should be, you can look back at your notes. Or you can always just rewind the video. But I thought this would be helpful. So hopefully I didn't confuse you. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now that we have our notes ready, we can go ahead and start placing the bands. I just want you to keep in mind that the pattern, as far as that diagram goes and the notes that I gave you, are not going to take effect right away, only because it does take us a couple layers to get enough bands on each pin to continuously do that looping pattern. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with band 1, which is going to be my black. I'm going to be putting it from this pin here up to that pin, and I will be twisting it on just like an 8 or infinity sign. Now we're going to go straight forward with band number 2. This is also being twisted on like that. And now for band 3, which is my white, it's a little bit awkward because you're going from this pin to this pin. You have to go around that one. So it is a little bit awkward getting around that. It doesn't matter how you twist that band on, as long as it is twisted and behind that pin there. Now we're going to go ahead and lay band number 4, which is going to go around these 3 pins here. Now this band does not actually need to be twisted, so we're just going to place that on just like that. So now we should have a total of 4 bands on our loom, which I'm going to refer to this as a loom because when I keep saying monster tail, I get so tongue-tied. So now we have our 4 bands. We can go ahead and do one of the hooking steps. And for this time only, we're just going to bring this front pin here, the bottom band, up and over. So just grab that very bottom band on that bottom left pin, bringing it up and over. Go ahead and push them down. And since we don't have enough bands on here to loop any of the other pins, we're going to go ahead and add on another layer. So going back to band 1, we're going to lay it the same direction without any twisting this time. So it should look like that. Now we're going to start doing our laying and looping in steps. So each band number will be laid, and then we'll do some looping, and then we'll go to the next one, and so on and so forth. So this pin here, since it's going diagonal, this is our band 1, we want to do the inverted stitch on both sides of the pin. So we're going to go in here, do the inverted stitch, going inside that middle band to move it out of the way, grab that bottom band and bringing it up and over. Now we're going to turn our loom around, and now we're going to do the stitch on the bottom. And I should have mentioned in the beginning, guys, when we start, just make sure that red dot was on your left, just so you can keep track of which side you should be on. So now I'm turning it around and the red dot is on my right. We got to do the inverted stitch on the other side, which is right here. So go inside there, grab the bottom band and bring it up and over. Go ahead and push your bands down, turn your loom back around, and now we're going to go ahead and add on our second band, which is green for me, and this is going to go straight forward without any twisting. And we're going to go ahead and do the looping step for this one here. The one going straight is always a regular stitch, so we're just going to bring the bottom band up and over. If I can get a hold of it, there we go. Just like that. And right now we only have 2 bands on the back side, so we don't need to loop that one quite yet. So we're going to go ahead and lay band 3 now. And again, that goes from this pin here to this pin here without any twisting. Just make sure that it's not in front of that pin here. And if it is, just push it behind it like how mine is. So now we're going to go ahead and do the looping process for this band. So band 3 we do for 3A, which is this pin, and this is 3B. 3A is always an inverted stitch. So I'm going to go in here, moving that middle band, grabbing the bottom, bringing it up and over. And then on the side here, which is 3B, I'm just going to grab that bottom band and bring it up and over. And if you refer to your notes, you'll see it says 3B is a single stitch. It's because there's only 2 bands on that pin when we're looping. So this is what your loom should look like right now. And now we're going to push our bands down and add on our next layer. Going back to band 1, we're going to lay that to the upper right, going diagonal like that. And remember, band 1 is always the inverted stitch on both sides of the pins. So get inside there, grab the bottom band, bring it up and over. Turn your monster tail around. And we're going to do the same on this pin here, doing the inverted stitch. Bringing it up and over. Go ahead and push them down. Turn your loom back around. The red dot should be facing your left side. And we're going to go ahead and lay band 2, which is going forward. Band 2 always gets a regular stitch, so grab the bottom band, bring that up and over. Turn your loom around so the red dot is on your right. And we're working on this pin here. We're just going to grab that very bottom band and bring it up and over. As the band starts to grow, that band that we just brought up and over, this one right here, is going to look rather loose. But do not worry about that, because at the end it's part of one of the bands that we use to close the bracelet, so it tightens up. So don't worry about that. Go ahead and turn your loom back around with the dot facing on the left side, and we're going to go ahead and lay band 3, which is our white band. So we're going from here, stretching it over like that. Remember, 3A gets the inverted stitch. And 3B, which is over here on the left, we're just going to bring that bottom band up and over. So now we're going to lay band 4, which goes around all 3 of these pins here. Just like that. And now we're going to go ahead and do the looping process again. So on this pin here, this is 4A. This is 4B, and this is 4C. So 4A, we always do the regular stitch. So we're going to bring that up and over. And then 4B, we do the inverted stitch. So go in that middle to move that band out of the way. Grab the bottom band, bring it up and over. Turn your loom around. On this back side, this is 4C, so we need to do the inverted stitch again. So get in that middle band, grabbing the bottom, bring it up and over. Go ahead and push your bands down, turn your loom back around once again, and we're going to do that step all over again. Going back to band 1, lay a diagonal. We're doing the inverted stitch. I always have a hard time with the inverted stitch with my monster tail. So now I'm going to turn my loom around and do the inverted stitch on this side as well. Go ahead and turn your loom back around with the dot on the left side, and we're going to lay band 2 going forward. We're going to do the regular stitch, so bring the bottom band up and over. And when I say regular stitch, I'm referring to the regular fishtail stitch, if for some reason someone didn't pick up on that. So go ahead and turn your loom around so we can do the regular stitch on this side as well. Just grab the bottom, bring it up and over. Push them down, turn your loom back around. And now we're going to lay band 3, and that is my white. And as you can see here, I accidentally went around that pin, which is what we don't want. So I'm just going to use my hook and just kind of guide it in front there. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the inverted stitch on 3A here. And on 3B, I'm grabbing that very bottom band, bringing it up and over. Now I'm going to lay band 4, which goes around all 3 of these pins here. Just like that. And now we're going to go ahead and bring the bottom band up and over on this pin here, because this is 4A. 4B, we're going to do the inverted stitch. I'm going to turn my loom around. And on this pin here, I'm going to do an inverted stitch again. That is 4C. Turn the loom back around. And let's do that process again. So now I am going to, I probably will continue talking, but I'm not going to keep referring to the numbers and letters. I may say the numbers. So I just laid band 1. Oh, I messed up because I was thinking about what I just said. Okay, so I quickly just want to say I almost messed up already. So being that this is band 1, I need to do the inverted stitch. So doing that inverted stitch, turning my loom around, doing the same on the back side. Now I'm going to lay my band 2 forward, doing the regular stitch, grabbing the bottom band, bringing it up and over, turning my loom back around, laying band 3, doing the inverted stitch here on the front, and bringing the bottom band up and over on the side here. Now we're going to go ahead and lay band 4. And I don't know if you guys can notice in the video, but my camera cut off on me, so if it looks a little funny, that's what happened. So again, band 4A, doing the regular stitch, doing the inverted on 4B, turning it around and doing the inverted stitch on 4C. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this a few times silently before I go off camera and finish my length. Sorry about that, I just bumped my camera. guess I didn't need to turn it there. I did that out of habit. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a white background now. I would love some comments below on if you like it and if I should keep it that way. I definitely like it. I think it looks so much cleaner, and you can see what I'm doing a lot better. But I'd love to know your opinion, please. So I'm just going to do this one more time before I go off camera. Sorry about my hand, like getting kind of in the way a little bit. Okay, so you can see that the bracelet is starting to grow at the bottom, so you can just grab onto the bottom there and just pull on it a little bit there, as you can see. Now I know the very, very bottom here doesn't look 100% the same as the rest, but once you have it like hooked, you don't even notice that. But yeah, so there you have it starting to grow out. Just keep giving it a nice little pull every now and then, just so it kind of falls into place. I'm going to go off camera and finish up the length of my bracelet. If you have any problems or just forget, because I know it is a lot of different stitches to remember to do, feel free to refer back to your diagram, which I hope is helpful, or go ahead and rewind the video and watch the previous instructions. So I'll be right back when my length is complete, and I'll show you guys how to close it up. Okay guys, so I did go ahead and finish up the length of my bracelet, and I want to go ahead and get it closed up. So what we want to do is just make sure that the last band that you laid was your number 4 band, which was the one that goes around these 3 pins here. In my case was my pink. Make sure it is looped, so you should only have the 2 bands on each one of these 4 pins, and then just the 1 single band on the left side. So if your loom looks like that, we can go ahead and close it up. The first step in closing is we're just going to take the bottom layer off all 4 of those pins. So just grab the bottom band and bring it up and over. Doing the same here. Turn your monster tail around, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Just bring the bottom band up and over, and don't worry about these 2 bands being loose. Just push it down. Turn your monster tail back around. And now we're going to stretch these top bands down to these bottom 2. So just grab the top right side, very carefully bring that straight down. You might want to hold this down with your finger so it doesn't get in the way, like that. Doing the same on the left side, removing that from the pin and just bringing it forward like that. And now we're just going to stretch a band around these 3 pins. So we're going to go like this, just like that. And now we're going to bring the bottom layer up and over on all 3 of these pins. So starting on the right, bring them all over like that. Here on the middle, just grab the 2 bottoms bring it up and over that white. And then over here on the side, we just have one band, bringing that up and over. Go ahead and push them down just a little bit. And now we're just going to bring these into the center, the sides into the center. So we're just going to carefully lift that right side up and bring that in. And actually, instead of, now I do want to do that. And now we can bring this and put it in the middle. I was going to say to do something else, but that's what I want to do. So go ahead and do that. And now we have 3 bands on that pin, which is where we can put our C-clip on. Or you can slide your pin down or your hook down in it and slide it off and do it that way as well. With the monster tail, it's probably easier to do it on the hook, but I'm just going to try to do it like this. Make sure you get around all 3 of those bands like that. And then you can slide it off. Locate your C-clip and give it a tug. And that was not sticking out on the last bracelet I made. So if yours is sticking out like that, just grab it and pull it up and into that C-clip like that so it's not sticking out. I don't know what happened there. So locate the other end of your bracelet and grab 2, 3, or 4 bands. I think I used 3 when I made my last one, but I like to pull that green one so that it's not all loose and hanging out. But just grab any 3 or 4 bands at the bottom and hook that on to your C-clip. Like that. And let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, not in. Alright, so there you have the completed union bracelet. I really like this bracelet. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. I just think it's super cool how it has like the different pattern on the side here. I messed up right here, so I'm trying to just keep my finger there so you don't see it. But yeah, so again, this is my own original design. It is called the Union Bracelet. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button below. You can check me out at Instagram at Loves2Loom. And I will see you at my next tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!